Hey everybody, welcome to this 10th and very special episode of this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. I'm your humble host Andy, the uncommentator, and in this episode we're going to be focusing on Pikachu, but we're not just going to be doing the Pikachu to get the highest score. What I'm going to be doing is we're going to be doing a bit of a bumper episode where I'm going to show you how to get all the special Pikachus. Now, as I said, it is going to be a bit of a different episode, a bit of a special episode, and the first thing I'm going to do is not talk about Pikachu. I'm going to talk about Pidgey, because it turns out that the Primer's official strategy guide, everyone's best friend, actually has an entry for Pidgey and Gust using Pidgey. But of course, in the last episode, I only read out the entry for Pidgey, so we'll tie up that loose end and read out the entry for Gust using Pidgey. So let's see what it has to say. When you round the corner from the Kangaskhan's lair, you'll see two Pidgey in hot pursuit of something. A Meowth is raiding their nest, and these birds aren't going to let the rascal get away with it. Focus on the angry Pidgey to snap them going at the Meowth with the Gust attack for 500 special points. So, there we go. So just that loose end tied up nicely. Anywho, so as I said, we're going to be getting all the special Pikachus in this episode, and then finishing off by getting the actual Pikachu that we need to get the highest score for the report. So, much like Gust using Pidgey, we've also got a Primer's official strategy guide entry for all the special Pikachu. So, we're going to do Surfing Pikachu first, and this is the entry for Surfing Pikachu. Once you have Pokemon food, it's actually apple-shaped Pokemon food, I think you'll find, you can lure Pikachu to the surfboard and photograph it sand surfing. This snapshot of Surfing Pikachu earns you 1,000 special points. So, that's exactly what we're going to do now. Get the Surfing Pikachu, so going to head off to the beach and do just that. Now this, thankfully, is another one that's quite early on in the level, so it should be nice and easy. So we'll do exactly what the guide says. So we'll skip past these Pidgeys. There we go. Avoid the Doduo, and now we need to start throwing some ASPFs towards that surfboard. I don't know what just hit it there. Was it the Doduo? If you could keep running, Pikachu, that'd be great. If you could keep running, that'd be great. Rather than eating. And eventually it goes... There we go. It goes towards the surfboard. So, it's not quite as big as I was hoping it was going to be. Which is... Yeah, we'll move on. Yeah, not quite as big as I was hoping it was going to be, but you get the idea. So we should get... So we won't beat our score, obviously, because you can see it on the left-hand side of the screen. A bit of a spoiler as to what's to come. Or what we're going to try and get anyway. So there's Surfing Pikachu. So these photos are terrible because it didn't... For some reason it stopped running. I don't know if I hit it with an ASPF by accident. Or if the Doduo rang into it, one or the other. Anyway, it's just... So, anyway, it's just to show you how to get Surfing Pikachu. So it doesn't really matter what the score is. There we go. Surfing Pikachu. So we'll get the tariff was right. So the guide is right on that one. Which is nice. The size is rubbish. The pose is higher though, so that's good. And the Pikachu we're going to try and get. So you can see, even that terrible photo, we still got 5,000 points. So so that's all good. So yeah, so that's the first Pikachu. So Surfing Pikachu, done and dusted. So we're going to move on. We're going to go on now and get the next one, which is Pikachu on a stump. Now, once again, we're back at the beach, but before we get on with it, let's just quickly again read the guide entry. So, a couple of Pikachu hide in the first patch of tall grass. When you stir up the Scyther lurking nearby, these Pikachu run out to play on the logs. Photograph them somersaulting for 1,300 special points. You can earn even more post points by catching them in a lively and electric state. So, once again, the guide telling us what we're going to do. Or telling you what I'm going to do, more accurately. Although it should be Pikachus on the stump, really, rather than Pikachu, because there are two, as the guide alluded to there. But maybe the plural of Pikachu is Pikachu. I don't know. Is it one Pikachu and two Pikachus? Like, you know, it's like sheep, isn't it? You have one sheep, and you have three sheep. You don't have three sheep. Anyway, so if we look over to the left-hand side here, so we'll try and... We need to get this Scyther out as quick as possible to give us the more time to get the Pikachus. Although having said that, again, I'm not really bothered about the scores for these photos. I'm trying to get the highest scores I can, but I'm not massively bothered because it's just we don't really need to worry too much about this. Right, if the Scyther can come out quickly, that'd be great. I don't know if there's a certain area to aim the Pester Balls, or you just kind of random and hope. Any chance? There we go. That will slow down a little bit. Give the Pikachu's chance to run out. There you go, just said Pikachu's. There they are. So you hit the Scyther, or you hit the Scyther with Pestiball, the Pikachu's run out, and you play the flute. And they will do some electric stuff eventually. There we go. So we want to get both of them in the shot like that. Right, that was easy. That was fairly straightforward. I wish they were all that easy, but spoiler, they're not. Right, so 13 shots, so it doesn't really matter which one we send. Well, that's quite a good one, but they're not both in the shot. Let's send one with they're both in the shot. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. It'll be slightly lower size because I'm further away when I take it. That's how the size score works. In case you're wondering, if you're further away, you get a lower size. I'll submit that one. Again, I don't know why I'm looking at this. It really doesn't matter. We'll submit that one though, because that's the best looking one. We'll do that one. Just in case he's a bit picky with the pose, with the lack of electric. But again, we're not bothered about this picture. It's just to show you how to get it, basically. Wow, isn't this Pikachu on a stump? Certainly is. I didn't know you talked like that though, Oak. Talks exactly like that. Well, kinda. Anyway, hey, 420. Right, so 420 Pikachu on a stump. The pose zaps even me. It's a higher pose than the one we're gonna get, which is nice. Right in the middle of the frame. Now we're going to get a nice tariff for the same score. There we go. So again, 6,340, so quite a high score. So that's higher than the Surfing Pikachu. If I had to think out of all the special Pikachus, other than the one we're going to get, that is the highest one that you can get, the Pikachu on a stump. So yeah, Pikachu on a stump. There we go. So on to the next one, which is Pikachu on a ball. So again, the Primer's Guide entry, we'll quickly read that one. When you take a picture of Pikachu at the beginning of the tunnel, it will scamper away. Take another when it turns around, and it will run a bit further and jump on top of the electrode rolling by. It will stay in the electrode until it explodes. It means the electrode will explode, not the Pikachu. A good snapshot of Pikachu on a ball is worth 600 special points. So once again, the guide has just very concisely explained what I'm about to do. So we travel back to the tunnel, and again, thankfully this one's right at the beginning, so it should be a nice easy one. So we just need to do what it says. So that's what we'll do. There we go. That's 2 pictures, and I think that's it. And there we go, it jumps on the ball. So if we'll leave it till the electrode explodes, so we can see that. So there's the exploding electrode, there's the Pikachu, all nice and happy. That was an easy one. So we'll get the score for that. So the guide says 600 bonus points. Let's see if that's correct. It's been pretty spot on so far, amazingly. Unlike my photography, which has been pretty terrible. And these are all these are not very good, but they look bigger. They look bigger when I was taking them. It was these initial ones. I was too far. I wasn't quite on it. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Why not? Not quite in the middle, but it should get the it'll get the bonus. And again, like I've said all the way through this episode, so like I've said all the way through this episode so far, if I can get my words out, it doesn't really matter. Wow. It is Pikachu on a ball. Joke, 600 points. The guide was right. Let's see what we get here. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the middle of the frame, even though it's not, but we don't care. Obviously, again, a lowest. I think of all the specials, that's maybe the lowest. I think maybe one more that's slightly lower. But yeah, that's Pikachu on a ball, done and dusted. So on to the next one, which is Speed Pikachu. So the Dex entry, the Primer's official strategy guide entry, the POSG entry for this one is: another Pikachu waits and watches from a tree trunk on the left bank near the goal gate. If you photograph or otherwise disturb it runs from the tree in a burst of starry speed. A good picture of this Pikachu performing its special response is worth 800 special points. This is probably the second trickiest one to get. So there's no... so for this one we need to go to the river. So there's no Pikachu at all at the volcano, or I believe indeed the valley. So we won't be visiting those two. So maybe Pikachu just doesn't like the letter V. I don't know. One thing I do know, though, is that this one is towards the end of the level, so we're going to be speeding along a little bit, ignoring all around us, like these Poliwags, although don't worry, your time will come very, very soon. Also, a quick apology if there's the odd sort of glitch in the footage. I do apologise for that. There's an odd the picture goes a bit dodgy for a few seconds. If that is indeed happening, which I believe it is, I am apologetic for that, but don't worry, I will edit that out. Okay, I need to make sure this side up doesn't slow us down, so we'll do that. This is a bit of an awkward one to get a good picture of, so we'll see how we get on. But again, as I've said all the way through this episode, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're not bothered about points, we're just bothered about... well, not about points, we're just bothered about getting a... we're just bothered about showing you the how to do it. Right, how to get the special Pikachus. So this is the Pikachu over here. Right, I don't leave it too late, but at the same time... Right, there we go. That's what you want. You want to get it as soon as it runs out, because once it starts running round, it's virtually impossible to... It's virtually impossible to get a good shot of it. Why did it start... Does it only do it once? No, does it not just once? But twice! There we go. So you need to... So basically, if you take the picture... If you get the camera focus red when you take the picture, that's when it'll trigger it running round. So let's see what we got here. We should have got a shot of it. It won't be very good, but we should have got at least one. So we want the stars. I've actually got a decent shot of this, which I think I showed you in the introduction video. If anyone wants to see a better picture of that, then we'll go watch the introduction video. Yep, there we go. That'll do. We'll send that one. Again, the score is irrelevant, as I keep saying. Should turn it to a drinking game for this episode. Okay, so Pikachu, Speed Pikachu, there it is. It is Speed Pikachu. So 800 points, which is what the guide said, so well done, guide. Gold star.
You were close.
Okay, because the size score is so bad, it won't give me the... Joke won't give me the pose or the technique score. So thanks for that, jerk, you jerk. Okay, well, despite what I've said, I'll try and get it again. We'll just have one more go. See if I can get I want to try and get a proper score for it. That was always going to be the problem with that one. I was always worried about that. That the it is a bit irritating when he does that. If you get a certain score that's particularly low, he then just stops marking your photo, which is rather irritating. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen there. I was surprised it didn't happen for that Gust using Pidgey one that I got, because I thought the size score was pretty terrible for that, and yet he still gave it a full appraisal, which I thought was a bit random. Anyway, let's try again. So again, if you see there, you can see the little dot turns red on the side up there. So that's what we need to do for this Pikachu. I don't know if I'm hitting the side up. I'll try and hit the side up. There we go. Didn't hit it, but it's gone out of the way. Then we just turn the Magikarp. Yeah, so we need to get the red dot, well, the dot red. We need to get the snap the Pikachu when the dot's red, and then it'll do its starry run. Right, we'll try and get a little bit nearer this time. Although obviously the nearer we get, the less time we've got. Right, hopefully that was it. I guess we'll see. Come on, Joe, give me a proper score this time. No, it's not quite in the middle, but hopefully it should be good enough to get a score. I just want to get a post score. I'm not really that bothered if it's not in the middle.
Yes.
I just want to get the post score, and then we'll move on to the next Pikachu.
Wow.
Come on, Joe, don't do me over this time. There we go.
Great.
Yeah, it's not in the middle. It doesn't matter. Yep, so that's Speed Pikachu. So if you're bothered about that, if you're bothered about getting a good score for that one, or bothered about getting a good picture of that, then yeah, it's a little bit trickier, but that's the gist of it. So yeah, that's Speed Pikachu. So on to the next one, which is Pikachu. Sorry, which is Balloon Pikachu, not Pikachu. I was going to say Pikachu on a balloon. It's not that at all. Anyway, yeah. So this is the POSG entry for Balloon Pikachu. Now get comfortable because this is a bit of a long one. As you approach the entrance to the third area, you might catch a glimpse of a familiar yellow mascot. Unfortunately, a Zubat sees it too, and grabs poor Pikachu before you can interfere. Once you fly past the Weeping Bell over the barrier, you'll see the Zubat flying around with Pikachu in tow. To free Pikachu, hit the Zubat with a piece of Pokemon food or a Pester Ball. Start your barrage as soon as you enter the area, keeping Zubat's head and wings... Keeping the Zubat's head and wingtips at the bottom of your screen to help you aim. When you hit the Zubat, and this may take some practice, Pikachu will cry as the Zubat tries to carry it to the top of the cave. Out of sight, the Zubat drops Pikachu. If you're lucky, you'll see it floating down to the icy ground, suspended by balloons. Get a good shot, and you'll receive 1,600 special points from Professor Oak. So once again, a nice concise description of what we're going to do, and for the first time in this series, we're going to visit the cave. Possibly the best level on the game, depending on your opinion, of course, and depending on what you like. So this one is a little bit further in, as it said, the third area. So we're going to skip on through. Now there's some Bulbasaurs, maybe, or are they? Oh, I guess we'll bit of a tease of what's to come. So we've had one thing I do like about these special Pikachus is you've got to sort of activate them yourself. So you've got to disturb them with ASPFs, you've got to hit them with Pester Balls, you've got to take photos of them. So you've got to do all that stuff to get these special Pikachus. So all different things. Yep. I would say we yet to play the flute. We have played the flute. We played the flute to get the Pikachu on a stump, haven't we? Well, to get the oh, there we go. That was fairly quick. So then the Pikachu drops down. And there is Balloon Pikachu. Whoop, there it is. So we'll try and get the best shot we can of it. There we go. That was easy as I thought it was going to be. Because I haven't, as I've said a million times on this series, I haven't done any practices, so I was expecting to have a few problems hitting the Zubat, but thankfully, none of the sort. So let's submit the Balloon Pikachu. Want a nice shot of it. So let's see. That one. Oh, that's a good one. We'll go with that one, I think. Yep. Yep, we'll go with that one. You can see its face, it's right in the middle. That's quite a good picture, actually. In fact, I might save that one. No, I won't. Right, joke, what are you going to give me this time? So 1,600 points according to the guide as a special tariff. There we go. Now I'm pretty sure he's going to give me the full breakdown this time. 860, that's not bad. 750, I think that's the highest. I don't think you can get different poses for these specials. There we also 6,420, so I think that's the second highest. Although maybe Pikachu on a stump you can outscore it because you get that same Pokemon bonus. But anyway. So we're doing 5 of the 6 special Pikachus now. So the main event of this episode is yet to come, but it's coming up very, very soon. So we'll look forward to that. But yeah, so there's the 5. So there's all the special Pikachus up to this point. 5 of the 6 that we're going to get, and the last one still to go, which, as I said, is going to be the focus of the episode. So this is the Pikachu we're actually interested in. Before we focus on that one, though, I just want to mention the normal, air quotes, Pikachu entry in the POSG. So it says here, a single Pikachu waits on the beach near a surfboard. Use the poker flute to get its electricity flow. So that's the normal Pikachu entry, for those of you that are interested. So this is this one is Flying Pikachu. It's actually on Articuno's back, and you can't see Articuno in the picture. So again, a bit of a spoiler for you. This is the POSG entry for Flying Pikachu. The special shot combines the release of Pikachu from the Zubat and the birth of Articuno. You must do both before you can take it. Once Pikachu is on the ground, it rushes to the Jinx and the Articuno egg. When you free Articuno, it flies around the cave until it seems to disappear. However, keep looking behind you. Once you enter the exit tunnel, Articuno flies towards you into the tunnel with Pikachu on its back. Aim at Pikachu to capture the Flying Pikachu special shot, worth 2,000 special points. Or at Articuno to capture a great photo for its report entry. So, that's what we're going to do. So basically, this one, I was kind of... In fact, to be honest with you, this photo was the reason why I was in two minds whether to even do this entire series, because I really quite badly want to replicate that photo and get 8,000, get the perfect score on it. But given how many attempts that took me to get, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I really want to try. And given what happened with Butterfree, that has given me renewed hope that I can do it. So, let's get on with it. So we're back to the cave. So this would have been the first visit to the cave. Well, this episode is the first visit, but this is the first visit to the cave for the photo for the actual report that we're going to that we're trying to get. Now, just one thing I should mention. Well, I say should. One thing I'm going to mention. I've actually been quite positive towards the Prima's official strategy guide up to this point, given how good it's been in relative terms compared to the Pokemon Stadium guides that have graced this channel in the past. But one thing I will mention for this one, a slight blot on its copybook, is on the map of the cave. There's a picture of Zapdos, and Zapdos doesn't appear on this level. So it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But so far, that's the only real thing I can be critical of. Okay, so we need to hit the Zubat again, which hopefully we can do relatively quickly. I don't know, these are missing. Not quite sure these are missing. Any chance you can hit? Once you get past a certain point, it's virtually impossible to hit it. And I think I've passed that certain point. Yep, so that's a good start. Right, we'll try again. Don't worry, we'll edit that out. I think it's because I was talking about the Zapdos on the guide there. It brought some bad vibes criticising the POSG, because I've been quite kind to it up to this point, and I think this so far this series I think it's gone pretty quickly, which is nice. There's the quotation marks Bulbasaur. Or is it air quotes? What's the difference? Air quotes, quotation? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments. I've no idea. Don't take a picture of Weeping Bell. That should be a fairly easy one when we get to that one. Okay, into the third area, and once again, we pepper with Pester Balls. Try and hit the Zubat. Need to try it. There we go. We got it. So Pikachu flies down, activates the balloons once again. I don't know if we need to slow down at this point. I don't think it really matters. There's the Pikachu. Right, so we will slow down a little bit. Going to need a lot of slowing down to get this photo. I haven't done this for a while, so this really is... I really should have done a practice here, but I haven't. So we need to wake up the Articuno by playing the flute. And the Jinxers here start dancing. Articuno comes out the egg. Pikachu lets off some lightning for... Great... Oh, that'd have been a good picture, wouldn't it? But we're not going to take it. We're not gonna take it. That's the words, isn't it? I don't know. I might reference a song that the release date, the year of release starts with a 2 at some point, but probably not. This is the uncommentator after all. That's what we do on this channel. We reference things that are older than me, and I'm old. Right. Okay. Here we go. So we slow down. We keep pressing the left and right. Here comes Articuno. We've got a very, very small window in which to get this. Right. I don't think we got it, but let's see. We may not even got the Pikachu at all there, but let's see what score we get as a benchmark. This will give us a starting point, at least. Right. 2 pictures of Pikachu. That's one of them. So yeah, not quite well. Well, let's see what it gets anyway. Like I said, they give us a starting point. I really desperately want to get 8,000, but I may settle for something like low 7,000 because, yeah, this photo sucks. But that's how you get it, basically. Okay, so I'm in the middle. So we've got a really low benchmark of 3,260. So we can definitely beat that. So, but that's how you get the photo. So, right, back to the cave. Well, if Butterfree... I mean, I don't want to preempt things here, but if Butterfree was Flambéed Hell, I think this is going to be Flambéed, Gourmet, Gordon Ramsay, Michelin Star Hell. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. I'm confident we'll get there. May not get to 8,000, but we'll get a good shot of it. We'll get a nice shot of it. The hardest thing is getting it square. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't affect the. Again, you don't get direction points, but like you do in the new snap. But yeah, the hardest thing is getting it square on because by the time you get a decent size of it, it's kind of gone past you. It's hard to judge when to stop slowing down, really. Okay. What would be so bad if you didn't have to hit this Zubat? That's the. I think that's almost the worst thing about it. If you didn't have to do this, if you didn't have to do this setup, it'd be a bit easier. It'd be a bit more tolerable, anyway. I think if I can get good at that, then I'll be happy. I do like the picture of Pikachu using its electricity as the Articuno's hatching. I quite like that. Right, so use the C sticks to slow down. I've mentioned it a few times, but just in case anyone's missed it. Pikachu. Now, I haven't talked much about the Poker Flute, which I'll... Certainly the Jinx episode, we're going to need to talk about it, and the one or two others. There's a nice happy Pikachu. One thing I will mention as well with the strategy guide is it only talks about... I know it's had several entries for Pikachu, but they've all been about the special Pikachu, but... Even though Pikachu's on multiple levels, it doesn't do a blurb for it on each one. So, like, for example, the Pikachu in the tunnel, it only does the blurb for the Pikachu on a ball, not just the fact Pikachu's there, if that makes any sense. So I just thought that was worth mentioning. Probably wasn't. We keep slowing down, Hard to know when to stop slowing down. Articuno comes back. Oh, there we go. Right, that was slightly better. So let's see what that gets. We should at least get the... I say it was slightly better. I don't know. It may not have been. I guess we'll see. Oh, there we are. That's more like it. So that down and to the left. Down and to the left would have been what we wanted. I'll send that one because we should at least get the the centre of the frame score. Although there's that much clipped, I don't know what sort of size score we're going to get. Yeah, 640. That's not bad actually. It is a bit annoying how sometimes clipping you get a lower score for clipping on some and not others. Like the Metapod. Having said that, yeah, you can't get a thousand. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, move on. Yeah. There we go, it's in the middle of the frame. So you see low 7,000. So we've got the low 7,000s, like I said, that I wanted to get. So we'll keep going for now. This episode's already about 3 hours long, so what's another 10 minutes between friends? We're all friends here.
Welcome back.
Right, joke. Let's go. I'm just hoping I can keep my run of hitting the Zubat going. I was more worried about hitting the Zubat than I was actually getting the picture. I'm not quite sure why. Just getting the picture as I'm showing is quite difficult. Maybe I slowed down a bit too much there. I wish there was some kind of... I mean, there may be... I'm terrible at this game, so I think that's worth mentioning. But there may be some kind of... You have to, like, if you press the C buttons to slow down like 40 times or something like that. I don't know if there's a certain amount of times that you need to press the C buttons to stop at the optimum point, or if there's a way of sort of telling from the landscape when to stop to get the picture. But there probably is, but I don't know what it is. Also, I'm really struggling here to not take a picture of something other than the one I'm trying to get. Oh, there we go. The fairly quick hit. I'm sure once I hit it with the first Pestiball, which I was quite pleased about. I thought that may have been a sign I would get the photo, but obviously not. Look at that. That's a great picture. The others weren't, but hey ho. Right, Pikachu lands eventually. And we'll run over. So we'll wake up the Jinxes now. Also, I don't know if Pikachu's happy. I don't know if, as I've said, this is a rail shooter that's not a rail shooter, so I don't know if we can steer the 0-1 into a certain position. Like, upon this bit of the ledge here, do you go towards the left-hand side or the right-hand side to get the picture? I feel like it's the right-hand side. I also feel like it doesn't really matter. I need to slow down a lot, though. I wish I knew how many times to press this button. But I don't. So we'll just keep randomly going for it and hoping. Didn't mean to set the flute going. Didn't mean to throw a pester ball. Ooh! Ooh! That was a chance. That was a chance. I think I may have just got it. I've certainly got a chance. Yes! There it is! Right, it's not going to be quite 1,000, but that's basically the photo that you want. Right there. I knew there was a chance. You kind of got to get it while the Articuno's in the shot, but it not count the Articuno. Like, that's the picture that you want, basically. You basically want that, but bigger size. Right. Come on, give me 1,000 size. It won't, but, you know, let's hope. He's a bit glitchy, so you never know. Because it's not that much smaller than the one that I've got. It is obviously smaller. But not by much. Yeah, 850. That's not bad. Yeah, he's counting it in the middle. Yeah, so that's over 7. So that's basically the photo that you get. Now, that's basically the photo you want. Now, can I quit? Can I quit at that, or have I got to? Have I got to get the photo? And one good thing is I'm getting good at hitting the Zubat. I'm pretty much hitting it every time now, so that's good. We're not wasting attempts flying to this point just to then miss the Zubat. So let's hope that continues. Well, I say let's hope it continues. Hopefully it doesn't continue, because hopefully we'll get the photo that we need. But let's see. It wouldn't be so bad this if it wasn't so much of a setup. Come on, Articuno. Well, that was atrocious. What is it with flying Pokemon and causing problems? You know, Butterfree caused a problem. Charizard, which obviously it doesn't fly in this game, but it can fly. It's a flying type. That caused a problem. We've got flying Pikachu here causing us problems. I can't wait to get to the legendary birds. Having said that, Pidgey wasn't too bad, was it? So we'll watch the Jinx dance while we're waiting for Articuno. I'll take a picture of it as well. Why not? Let's. That might help. Probably not, but you never know. Articuno coming back and with the biggest help. Alright, let's see what we can do this time. Hopefully get something better than the picture of Articuno's chin, but I guess we're going to see. Here we go. Ooh. Well, we got a good size score, but it's going to be slightly from the side, so I'm not sure what he's going to think of the pose. But the size should be decent, at least. Yeah, hi, Coughing. Yeah, randomly got a bit bored, so I randomly took a picture of Coughing. Yeah. It's a shame that Articuno's kind of mane is covering it up. Whatever you want to call it, things on its head.
Wow.
Well, let's see anyway. It won't be 8,000, but we'll give it a go. Only 700. Seems a bit harsh. Yeah, you see, if you don't get it square on, you only get 800. So you've got to get it square on for the 1,000. Check out the graceful descent with the balloons. I've actually got a flying It's interesting because I've actually got a flying Pikachu Pokemon card, and on that Pokemon card, he's got the balloons. He's in the air. He's in the air flying because of the balloons. So that isn't flying. That is falling with style when you've got the balloons. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting that. Because I thought when I heard of this flying Pikachu photo, I thought it was the with the balloons, but obviously it calls it balloon Pikachu, doesn't it? So not in sync with the card with the card series, the Black Star promo series. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Actually, just one more thing about that card. I think you can get that card on the Game Boy Color Pokemon trading card game. You can definitely get Surfing Pikachu on that. In fact, I think there's 2 Surfing Pikachu. That is a great game, by the way. A very underrated member of the Pokemon series. Anywho, let's see how this one goes. Nope, Sidon. Sidon, I'm afraid. I don't think this will be any good, but we'll have a look anyway. Got a great picture of Jinx, but that's unfortunately not what the focus of this episode is. So, yeah. Back to the drawing board, I think, unfortunately. Yeah, there's a great photo of Jinx, so we've got that to enjoy at least. Yeah, Zubat, another flying type. We haven't got to Zubat yet, so but that's another flying type that may cause a few issues. So yeah, something about flying on this game. I don't know. Well, Pikachu, of course, flying without wings, really, because he's on the back of Articuno. And that's the joy you bring, you're flying... Anyway, I'm going to regret that when I listen to it back. If you're watching, guys, hi. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, they are all subscribers. They're all my Irish subscribers are in that pop group. Anyway, come on, Articuno. We have to slow down. Wait for it to pick up its cargo. Right, come on. Let's see what we can do this time. A bit more square. Oh, a bit more square on. The problem with this photo is you've almost got to... The camera's almost got to go through Articuno. You've almost got to take the picture while Articuno's in the shot. And then hope the zoom somehow... Oh, hi, Weeping Mouth. I forgot I took that one. Yeah, you see, that's the picture there. The one in the middle. It's basically that picture, but without the Articuno in the shot. So if you couldn't see the Articuno there, that would be the one. But you can, so it isn't. Still way down in attempts compared to Butterfree, which is amazing. I really do want to get... And I'm still not getting bored. I'm still getting bored of actually going for it, which is nice. I really do want to get this photo because I just think it'd be nice. I think it'd be nice for the series if we got it. And also, I've only ever got this photo once. I've never got it again. And I have tried again at various points. Just suppose when I've been, I think probably when I've been trying to get the Jigglypuff score as high as possible. I've just done this to give myself something to do before we get to the Jigglypuff on stage, which obviously I haven't got to that one yet in this series. So sorry if that's a bit of a spoiler of what's to come. Come on. You may have heard Jigglypuff singing actually as we approach this last bit of the cave, because sometimes as I've been setting up, as I've been working through the level to set this photo up, I've rescued the Jigglypuff just again. keep it interesting, keep it fresh. Keep me interested. Right, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. It said Pikachu. I think it's going to be a little bit... I think it's going to be clipped, though. Yeah. It's kind of the third photo and the fourth photo. You kind of wanted like something in between, like photo 3.5. Kind of halfway in between the third and fourth would have been the one. But let's have a look anyway. Let's just see what it gets. Obviously, it won't get 1,000 signs because it's clipped. Yeah, 760. So, well, we keep going. We keep plugging away. I wish I'd been keeping count of attempts. I didn't do that for Butterfree, and I've not done it here, although I'm convinced we're still less than Butterfree at this point, which is a little bit worrying, although I don't know if it... Well, I say that, I don't know if it is really, because Butterfree is just luck, whereas this one, there's an element of luck, I suppose, because you've got to kind of... But also, less so, because obviously, I think to be fair with this one, if you were good at working out the timing of how long you need to slow down for, and when you need to... what position you need to be in. If you can get some kind of reference point, so you know what position you need to be in when to get the photo, it probably isn't. Some people would say it isn't luck if you know all that stuff. The Butterfree is just luck. I mean, if they don't happen to cross the bridge when you get there, there's not a lot you can do about it. But this one, you can control the controllables. Is that that kind of a buzz phrase? Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I wish I'd kept a record of attempts, but still less than Butterfree. I'm convinced about that. Come on, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh! Something went past there. We may have this. We may have this. Something went. It looked good then when it went past. Oh my god! Look at that. Look at that. I almost swallowed my tongue there. I was that excited. Look at that. Well, it's got a chance. It's definitely got a chance. It just looks a little bit small. Don't get. Come on, joke. Don't give me like 970 size. If the size is 1,000, we've got it. Because everything else will be right. It just looks a little bit smaller than the one I've already got. So don't give me like 970, 980. Come on. I daren't press the button here. Come on. Yes! Thank you! Thank you! Oh, yes! Oh, glorious! Oh, my goodness me. Well, I mean, look, it does look a little bit smaller, but he's still giving it 1,000, so I really don't care. Oh, my goodness me. Thank you, Oak. I take it all back. Everything I've ever said. Oh, I can't believe that. Well, given the fact we've got it, we might as well save the new photo. In fact, I prefer it, actually, because it's more in the middle. When I got the previous one, I was worried he wasn't going to give the centre of the frame double bonus, but obviously he did. But that one's more in the middle. So I actually prefer that photo, so we're definitely going to save it. I just approve we've saved it. Let's go back to the report to sign off the video like we normally do. Oh my goodness me. I may do a full outro on this one. I'm that excited. Oh, yes! I can't believe that. That is brilliant. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know it's 1,000 size, but I care less than I know, and that's good. I don't know if that's even possible, but anyway, I do. Oh my goodness me, brilliant. So there we go. So there's Flying Pikachu. So that's all the Pikachus done in this bumper special episode. Every single special Pikachu. The only Pikachu I haven't got is just a normal, a bog standard Pikachu, but that's the one you want to get the highest score. So 8,000 points, the second highest photo on the game, and that is Flying Pikachu. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video should you choose to do that. While you're here on YouTube, if you head over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. Eventually the full playlist will be on when we get to the end of the series. Also, please subscribe to the channel. If you do head over to it, it really does help, and I would be eternally grateful. But join me next time, we're moving on. It's going to be episode number 11 of this playthrough that's not a playthrough. I can't remember what the next Pokemon is, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. But until we get to that point, for now from me, it is sayonara.